see. You know what? I'm going to get away with that. Maybe. And the skies are gray. It's no bueno. I have to go up one. I may have to figure out a tripod to hold this thing. All right, is what it is, dude. What the hell is my number? I forgot. Hey, y'all, we're getting going here. Son of a bitch. Cool. We got people showing up. Now I'm getting excited. Man, it's hot in here. It's going to get hotter. About 3 minutes till we get going. So, if you like blocks or towels, water, that sort of thing, you want to have it handy. It's a good idea. this music working? All right. Hey, Valeria, you're from Italy, right? All right, cool. Going global. This is awesome. Now it's a party. Hey, there's an Amy. Haven't seen you in a while. Awesome. Okay, we're at 3 o'clock. So, oh, we got one more to let in. Let's let this person connect, and then I'll stop playing with that waiting room. Uh, right quick, please go ahead and turn on your video. I have this set up on spotlight view, so it should be only me on the screen, but my other device I have on gallery. I like to be able to see y'all. It just helps me do what I do because I'm not in the same room as you. What is that? Okay. But yeah, if you would turn on your video, that way I can kind of almost be in the same room. And once we get going, I will have everybody muted out. Before I mute everyone, you know what? Can everybody hear me? Like, raise your hand if you hear me. All right, all right, all right, cool. Amy, I don't see you. I see a profile picture. Lacey, same thing. I'm hoping y'all hear me. And all right, we're at 3:01. Let's begin. I'm gonna mute everybody. All right, cool. I got that message. Hey, and also I got my contact info in the chat box. If anybody wants to holler at me, that's how you reach me. Okay, you do have the ability to unmute yourself in the event of emergency. Just unmute. All right, let's boogie. So we're going to start out in what I think is the most accessible pose. It's called child's pose. So at your mat, go ahead and find Varasana, child's pose. You know, butt to heels. And just get grounded. We're going to be here for a little bit so we can make a shift into yoga mode. Because it ain't like you can just flip a switch and boom, all of a sudden zen out, right? You got to do a few things. Take a moment and do some things like narrow our breathing. So throughout this, I'll make a number of suggestions, and I'm full of suggestions. My woman that's marrying me says I'm full of something else, and you might agree with her. So if I suggest something that does not work for you, just simply discard it. You know, nobody expects you to do all the poses, all the transitions. No yoga teacher in the world can tell you what's right for you. Only you know. So use your discernment, pick and choose. Like a yoga buffet, pick what you want and discard the rest. And here's your first suggestion. Lips together, teeth not touching. Begin to breathe through your nostrils. And maybe you got stuffy nose, so that doesn't work. Don't do it. But if you can, let breath move in and out through your nose. Just let it move natural for a moment. Paying no mind to it. Just let it do what it does. Maybe it's short and choppy. Maybe it's deep and long. And take a look at it. Notice what it is and don't mess with it. Just let it be for a few. Observe. Now, let's bring some intention to that breath of yours. Inhaling through the nose. Use your core muscles to suck the air in deep, deep down to the base of your belly, up to sides of your ribs, back of your heart, all the way to collarbones. And then release all the air out. Moving air intentionally. Deep breathing in, complete exhalation. Now we do this for a couple of reasons. Number one, the body is hungry for oxygen, but more importantly, deep breathing is not normal. It's not natural. It requires concentration. It takes us into the first stages of meditation, focus and concentration. Very difficult to think about other things when we're focused on one unnatural thing. Breathe. So you'll hear me refer to breath throughout this practice because that's first and foremost what this is a breathing practice. Now we'll find our first active pose. Go ahead and maybe press into your palms, reach your arms long forward as far as is appropriate for you. Tuck your toes under, and then straightening your legs, push your butt up, drop your head. It's called downward facing dog. And just let your heels drop back wherever they drop. You know, maybe they touch the mat, maybe they don't. Maybe your legs or knees are a little bit bent. Maybe they're straight. Just find something that feels right. Something between too much and not enough. Now they call this downward facing dog for a reason. Dog isn't looking around to see whose ass is higher, whose heels are lower. Dog is just stretching and feeling. And if you could, let your neck be soft. Let your head hang long and stare at your belly button a little bit. It's just kind of sweet, kind of nice. Stay with your breath. On an inhale, tilt your tailbone up a little bit higher. Now exhale, lower your right knee to the mat, right below your right hip joint. Your left foot will still be back on the mat, pivot it flat. Ground your left heel. And on an inhale, open your left hand up to the ceiling. It's just a baby arm balance, a modified side plank. And we just go with something gentle at first. We're just waking things up. Press the bottom of your left foot into the mat. Now, bring your left bicep to your left ear. Reach your fingertips away from your foot and just reach and stretch while you open up your left side body. Maybe take a look up under your left armpit. Yeah. One more big breath. Exhale, bring your left hand back to the ceiling. Inhale, open your heart like it's pointing up there where the wall meets the ceiling. Exhale, lower your left hand to the mat. Lift your long, straight left leg behind you. Reach your right arm forward, bicep to ear. Let your head hang low, your neck be soft. Yeah, we switched arms for a reason. We're not trying to blow you out. We're just kind of gently waking things up. Now they call it bird dog or broken table. It's just a little spine balance. Try to reach your fingertips away from your foot. On the big inhale, lift your arm and leg a little bit higher. Now exhale, set it on the mat. Hand on the mat, knee on the mat, left knee under your left hip. Step your right foot back and we switch. Ground your right heel so your right foot is flat. And then inhale, open your right arm to the ceiling. Just a modified side plank. Hey, you want ancient Sanskrit? Vashisthasana, or balancing on my left arm and left knee with my right arm in the air asana. Breathe here. Press into the bottom of your right foot. Feel your inner right thigh, your adductor kind of waking up, right? Now drop your right bicep to your right ear. And as you inhale, just reach to infinity. Infinity being that personal place between too much and not enough. Continue pressing through your foot, waking up the right side body. Woo! Exhale, reach your right hand back to the ceiling. On that inhale, open a little more. We're going to point our heart up where wall and ceiling meet. Exhale, bring your right hand down to the mat and step both of your feet back to upper push-up position. From here out, we'll call it plank. Good. Press into your palms. Now, anytime in these plank, you can always lower your knees. It's, exercising the muscle we call humility. And if you don't want to lower your knees, don't. It's your choice. But let's take a big, deep breath of air. Suck the air in. Exhale, bend your elbows and lower all the way to the mat. Slow, control. And once you get there, don't move your hands. Just release the tops of your feet to the mat, all 10 toenails touching the mat. And on an inhale, press into your palms, straighten your arms without lifting your thighs. It's called Cobra. Exhale, lower back down, chest and chin touch the mat. We're going to do 5 of these. Inhale, press into Cobra, let that back bend. Exhale, come back down, chin touches mat. Inhale for another Cobra. Exhale, dos más. Inhale, come up to Cobra number 4, getting a little warmer along the back. Exhale, lower to the mat. Let's detour. Straighten your arms, sweep them back down the side of your body. And on an inhale, lift your arms, lift your legs, lift your chest. They call it locust. Just lift. And you don't have to blow yourself out. Just lift a little bit to where everything on the back side of your body is, saying hello. Breathe. Those of you feeling precocious, rotate your palms towards the mat. Open your arms wide like wings. And now for these last couple breaths, flirt with height. Lengthen your legs, lift the thighs, lift the arms, lift the chest. Big breath. Exhale, set your hands in Cobra. Rest your legs, let them drop. Now, inhale to that 5th Cobra I promised you. We're going to take 5 breaths in this Cobra. And while you're here, see if you can do this. Dig into your palms like you're pulling your belly button away from your pubic bone and bring the curve of your spine to a very difficult place to reach, the upper middle spine, right where your ribs attach. One more breath, maybe look up. Exhale, lower to the mat, tuck your toes under, push to either table or plank. Continue to exhale into downward facing dog. Ooh. See, it's gentle, it's smooth, but it's kind of dynamic and it's getting a little heat going. Breathe here for a moment. You want to wiggle something? It's a good time to do it. Maybe a knee bend, maybe a little hip waggle. Yeah, it's sweet. Now, inhale, tilt your tailbone up. Glance towards the front of your mat. And on an exhale, either walk or quietly hop your feet to your hands. You'll be in a forward fold. And we just hang out here. Now look, in your Uttanasana, your forward fold, don't get hung up about straight knees, bent knees. If you need to bend them a little, it's okay. Just straighten them to a point to where your hamstrings say, hey, dude, that's good. Leave it right there. And then let your head hang heavy, kind of like you've got a concrete motorcycle helmet on. Let your head hang, extending the neck. And just breathe here. Anytime you're in a forward fold, standing or seated, engage your stomach muscles to protect your spine. Ugh. Now keep your hands low, either maybe on the mat or maybe on the shins. But on an inhale, look forward, flat spine. It's a half lift. Lengthen everything you can, legs, spine, breath. And then exhale, fold forward again, nipples to knees, head down low, breathing steady and deep. Ooh. Here we go. Bend your knees up to 90 degrees. Now, don't mean you go all the way to 90. It's just up to 90. Inhale, bring your arms and torso up, reach high. It's called chair pose, fierce pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward, straighten your legs. Woo. We're going to do these a few times, just a modified warm-up. Inhale, bend your knees, reach up high, torso long, fingertips away from tailbone. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, squat and rise, chair number 3. Exhale, fold and release. It feels good. Dos más. Inhale, bend your knees, reach up high. Exhale, fold, chest to thighs. One more now. Breathe in, sit into your chair, reach up high, look up past your fingertips. Roll your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Ugh. Breathe here. See if you can extend your tailbone away from your fingers, fingers away from tailbones. Now, inhale, stand up, reaching high. Exhale, drop your right hand down to your right thigh. On an inhale, left arm reaches a little higher, push into your left foot. Exhale, just start bending your body to the right. Right hand traveling down right thigh. They call this pose bending a little bit to the right. Once you get over there as far as feels appropriate, take a hold of your leg with your right hand, anchor off, and just reach your left hand to infinity. Long left arm, maybe take a look up under your left armpit, but feel that flesh on your left side body stretching. Now, inhale, come back up, both hands high, drop your left hand to left thigh, and just bend a little left. We just switching sides is all. Once you get as far into it as is appropriate, grab your left leg with your left hand and reach your right hand. Just find something just sensuous down the right side of your body. It's nice. Inhale, come back up, reach high, look up at your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, maybe Prana Mudra as you fold if you like, chest to thighs, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, lengthening legs and spine. Exhale, palms to the mat, step or quietly hop back to plank and lower with control all the way to the mat, all the way down. Keep your hands where they're at, release your feet. Inhale for that Cobra, bend your spine. Exhale, touch your chin to the mat, push the plank into down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe. Now in this down dog, find something stable. Feet, maybe hips width, something stable. Hands, maybe shoulder width, something strong. And if you don't mind, go ahead and take your left hand around behind your back. Put the back of your left hand on your lumbar spine, your low spine. Good. Now, it might seem kind of impossible, but we're in a three-legged dog. Try to hold it steady and balanced without shifting over to one side. I know you're only on one arm. I get it. I'm doing it too. Now, take that left hand and finagle it up your spine, up between your shoulder blades to a personal degree. Now, you can come out of this at any time. Anytime you like, you can take a knee. Now, exhale. Put your left hand back into down dog. Both hands on the mat. And take your right hand and grab a hold of the outside of your left knee. Okay? Yeah, see, again, we're switching arms. Work one arm and then go over to the other one. Take your right hand and run it down your calf, maybe halfway down, maybe all the way down. Grab the ankle or a heel. It's, it's very personal. Now, use strong right bicep. Bend your elbow, right elbow, and just look up underneath your left armpit. Just getting a nice little twist in this funky three-legged dog. Breathe. Woo! Put your hands back to downward facing dog. Now, keep your left foot exactly where it's at. Take your right foot and step it over next to your left foot. Big toes touching, ankles touching. Good. On an inhale, roll to the outside of your right foot. Put your weight into your right hand. Take your left hand up to the sky. Again, Vashisthasana. You can put your right knee on the mat like earlier, or you can keep the legs straight. It's up to you. Ugh. Press into your right palm strong. Feel your right obliques engaged. Now drop your left bicep to your left ear, and on a big inhale, reach your left hand to infinity. Exhale, left hand back to the ceiling. Big breath in. Open your chest towards where wall meets ceiling. Exhale, lower your left hand to plank. Take a big breath. As you exhale, lower down slow your right knee to the mat. Oh, why are you laying on your belly? Just in case you don't know, I play Simon Says sometimes. Right knee on the mat under your right hip, just like before. Lift your left leg behind you. Reach your right arm forward, just like we did earlier, bird dog. Left leg back, right arm forward. Now on your exhale, bend that left knee like you're going to put your left heel on your right glute. Reach your right hand back and grab a hold of your ankle, maybe your foot. Breathing in, use your arm to lift your leg. Now breathing out, use your left quadricep, left thigh. Engage it like you're trying to straighten your leg and let your leg open your right shoulder. Whoa, what is that all about? Breathe. If you want to wobble, just take a look over your right shoulder and see what happens. Woo! Now, don't touch the floor. Let go of your ankle, and on a big inhale, right arm forward, left leg back, lifting, lengthening. Exhale, set it all on the mat, step back to plank. Woo! All right, y'all, here we go. Honeymoon is over. Your body is about to argue with you. In about 20 minutes, you may need marriage counseling. But the couples that make it are the ones that make room for communication. Your body, your partner communicates to you with the language of sensation. Now, you can keep your knees up or you can set them down. Either way is cool. Inhale, bend your elbows, touch your chin to the mat. No nipples, just chin. Exhale, press up. You may recognize it. It's called a push-up. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, bend your elbows, touch your chin. Exhale, press. And we got one more, but do this, try this. Do it without making that strained face. Inhale, bend your elbows. Exhale, press. If you can't do that, staying calm. Don't get married, because this ain't nothing compared to marriage. Deep breath in. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Release the tops of your feet. Inhale for a cobra. Notice the spine is a little looser than it was, right? We're warmer. Exhale, come on down. Lengthen your arms down the side of your body. Here we go again. Inhale, lift arms, lift legs, lift torso. Breathe here. Rotate your palms towards the mat for a moment. Woo! Now, stay lifted, but bring your palms together right there where the butt cheeks meet. Interlace your fingers. Straighten your arms. Lift your hands away from your glutes. Use your strong hands and arms to open your chest. Take a breath. Lift a little higher. Exhale. Put your hands in Cobra. Rest your legs and breathe into another Cobra. Exhale. Touch your chin. Push to a plank. Continue to exhale to downward facing dog. Ooh, take about 3 breaths here as we get ready to boogie. Yeah, now we're moving. Now we're feeling. Put a little weight into your left foot. Inhale, raise your right leg up behind you. Again, 3-legged dog, but with legs. When you exhale, bend your right knee. Bring your right heel to your left hip and rotate your right hip up over your left hip. Ooh, open a little bit. Breathe here for a second. Maybe make a circle of your knee. I don't know. Do what feels good. Take one big breath. Exhale. Crunch your right knee over towards your left elbow. Inhale. Right leg back up. Exhale. Crunch your right knee towards your nose, your forehead. Inhale. Lift your right leg. Now pay attention. Exhale. Bring your right knee to your right tricep. Climb it up as high as you can. Now you can stay here. If you're feeling adventurous, inhale, bend your elbows, touch your chin, not your nipples. Exhale, press up. Woo! Inhale, take your right leg up high. Exhale, step your right foot up between your hands. Now, drop your head down low. In this runner's lunge, just let your neck lengthen. Left toes are down, left leg is long, left knee is off. Pivot your left foot flat, kind of like a warrior stance, right? Straighten your right leg. They call this pyramid pose. Now, if you struggle to straighten the front leg, the right leg in this case, put your hands up on your shin. Come up a little bit, straighten your leg. Now, once you're there, maybe you keep your hands on your shin, or maybe you can bring them back to the mat. But let's try to get the right leg as straight as we can. You want a little more sensation. Push your left hip forward, your right hip back. Hey, what's going on in the right side undercarriage there? That's kind of sweet. Now, right hand, just grab a hold of your right ankle. As you inhale, open your left hand up to the ceiling. Open your heart, open your pelvis. Called triangle, Trikomasana. And you can hang out here, just lengthen. Anything you can conceive of, spine, breath, legs. If you want to open a little more, drop your left hand behind your back. Use the fingertips of your left hand to grab the top of your right thigh. Use the back of your left wrist, press into your low spine. Look up over your left shoulder. Wow, what's that all about? Feels kind of nice, right? Take a breath. If you took the bind behind your back, now exhale your left hand up to the sky. Look at your left hand. We're going to follow it as we inhale. Come all the way up, arms out wide. Pivot your right foot in so your feet are parallel. All 10 toes pointing off the left side of the room. Woo. Put your hands on your hips. Rotate your palms back around to the top of your buns. See if you can bring your elbows closer together. Now, just drop your head back and on an inhale, lift your breastbone up. Exhale, come on back like you're going to bring your heart up over your shoulder blades. Take a big breath. Exhale, fold forward, come on down, bring your hands to the mat, drop your head down low. Let your head hang for a minute. If this ain't enough, just reach your hands out, grab calves or ankles or maybe big toes, get a hold of something, and just bend your elbows. Use bicep strength to just pull a little more into this, like you're going to put the top of your skull on the mat. Engage your abdominal muscles, belly muscles, protect your spine. Engage toilet muscles here. Feel that engagement. Woo! Put your hands on your hips. Come to a flat back. And on the inhale, bring your shoulders up over your hips. Open your arms wide like wings. Now we're gonna take a mudra. Some of you might know it. Prana Mudra. Ring finger and pinky of each hand. Bend them. Tuck the fingertips to your palm. Thumb tip across fingernails of your ring finger and pinky fingers. So middle finger and index fingers are pointing away. Now rotate palms up in this mudra here. Ugh. Now, point your toes out, heels in, about 90 degrees. I said about, it's kind of personal. And bend your knees up to 90 degrees and just sit on down. Call it goddess, call standing frog. And once you get there, let's try not to pop our butt out behind us like we're impressing somebody behind us. And try not to tuck it under like you're trying to make it disappear. We do something really unnatural. Just leave the ass alone. Big breath. Exhale. Put your right forearm on your right thigh, left hand up to the sky. Lower body, hips down. They ain't doing no movement. They stay steady. If you want to get a little more, bring your right hand down the inner right calf. Maybe put it on ankle, floor, block, or keep your arm on your thigh. It's all good. Now you inhale, come back to the standing frog. Exhale, left forearm, left thigh, right hand up in the sky. Woo! Now you know the deal. If you want extra spicy, just run your left hand down to the floor. Big breath, back up, standing frog. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Interlace your fingers above your head, turn your palms to the ceiling. Inhale, reach your palms to the sky, your tailbone to the earth. Exhale, straighten your legs, toes point forward, thank God, fold forward. Woo! Nice. Now let's take a little release here. Right hand. Take it over to the outside of your left ankle. You're going to go right around the front of the shin. Now your right hip probably wanted to come with it, so go ahead and put it back where it was. Left palm, you got options. You can grab a hold of the back of your left calf, or for some of you, just inhale your left arm up. Exhale, drop it behind your back and use the left fingertips to grab the upper right thigh. Whichever bind you chose to go with, use that to just draw your right nipple towards your left knee. Look up over your left shoulder and breathe. Release. Come back to the center. Hands on hips. Come to flat back. Inhale, shoulders up over hips to standing. Arms out wide. Turn the right toes to the front of the room. Bend your right knee. We call it Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Now let's refine this a little bit. Just push your right knee forward a little. Reach your left hand back a little. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Drop your butt towards the ground. And then see if you can draw your right knee and left hip away from each other like you're just spreading your pelvis. Breathe in, rotate your torso forward, leave your legs and feet alone, reach up high, Warrior 1. Exhale, put your hands on the mat. Come up on left toes, step right foot back to plank. Knees up, knees down, your choice. Deep breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale for a Cobra. Exhale, chin and chest, come back to the mat and run your arms down your sides. All right, here we go again. On that inhale, lift arms, legs, torso. Remember this? Interlace your fingers behind your butt. Straighten your arms and draw your knuckles away from your pelvis. Use lifting, opening. Now let's add something to it. Bend your knees. Release your hands, grab your ankles. Thumbs on one side, fingers on the other. Now use your strong legs. Engage your quads to lift your torso. And use your strong arms to open your heart. Open it up. Lifting, opening, breathing. Now on this last few moments, bring the curve in your spine right there between the shoulder blades, upper middle spine, big breath. Ooh, release, bring hands to the Cobra, rest your thighs. Inhale, full-blown Cobra. Exhale, touch your chin, push plank or table into downward facing dog. Ooh. Now, again, find some stability. Hands and feet at a distance where you're stable, balanced, connected to that planet. A few breaths here. And if you don't mind, if it's all right, put the back of your right hand on your lower spine and reach around back there. Remember, three-legged dog, but with arms. And now see if you can finagle your right hand up between your shoulder blades. It's pretty cool. We like getting a nice shoulder stretch on one arm, some balance and strength on the other arm, right? If you're still with me, bring your right hand back to down dog. And then just take your left hand back to the outside of your right knee. Good. Run your hand down the outside of your right calf, just somewhere that feels right. It's personal. Nobody knows but you where it goes. And then just bend your left elbow, push into your right hand, and take a little twist. Look up under your right armpit. Look at the ceiling. Ooh. Bring your left hand back to downward facing dog. Now, keep your right foot exactly where it's at. Step your left foot over next to toe, ankle to ankle. If your toes don't touch, no problem. Bunions, okay. That's the strength, dealing. That's true flexibility, accepting wherever the heck we're at in something. And when you're ready, on that inhale, roll to the outside left foot, bring your right hand up to the sky, side plank. If you need to put your left knee down, it's all right. You can do that. Humility. Engage this plank. Bring your right bicep to right ear. Reach to infinity. Feel this flesh. Right side body lengthening is nice, right? Exhale, right hand to the sky. Now, on this inhale, remember, open your heart. Point your heart right up there. Wall meets ceiling. Breathe out. Right hand down the plank. Big breath. Now remember this. Exhale, lower slow your left knee to the mat. Oh, got you again. I see. All right. Lift your right leg up behind you. Reach your left arm forward. On an inhale, lift and lengthen. And then on an exhale, bend your right knee and reach back and grab your ankle or foot with your left hand. I've heard this called tiger. I've heard this called table dancer, which is a really interesting word for it, right? Breathe. Use your strong thigh to open your shoulder. And maybe take a look up over your shoulder. What's going on there? Ooh. Big breath. Exhale, release the ankle without setting anything down. Then inhale, extend your arm forward, your leg back. One more time. As you reach, lift. Exhale, put it on the mat. Step both feet back to plank. And maybe this time you want to do these on your knees. It's all right. Maybe not. Maybe you want to stay up on your toes. But either way, you remember, no selling it. Keep the face calm on an inhale. Bend your elbows, touch your chin, not your chest. Exhale, press. Inhale, bend your elbows, brush your ribs with your biceps, touch your chin. Exhale, press. Uno Masasana. Inhale, bringing down. Exhale, pressing calm. Big breath. Exhale, lower all the way down, flat to the mat. Hands stay where they're at. Release the top of your feet. Inhale into Cobra. Exhale into down dog. All right, now put a little strength into your right foot. And inhale, take your left foot up high, three-legged dog. On an exhale, bend your left knee and bring your left heel out towards your right hip. Open your left hip up over your right hip and see if you can point that knee, maybe make some circles. Play with your hip a little bit in this balancing position because it's nice. It feels good. Big breath of air. Exhale, crunch your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, take your left leg back up. Exhale, crunch left knee to nose or forehead. Inhale, sweep the left leg back up again. All right, remember, pay attention. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Take it up as high as you can. Feel left oblique working here. Engage. It's sweet. It's fiery. And if you feel adventurous, inhale, bend your elbows, touch your chin. Exhale, straighten your arms, and then inhale, left leg up high. Exhale, step your left foot up between your hands and drop your head down low and breathe. My goal is to have y'all, I don't want you to walk out of here. I want you to float out of here, just stoned on oxygen and yoga. Pivot your right foot flat. Straighten your left leg. Remember, pyramid, eh? Again, we could put hands on shin and straighten the leg with our chest up a little bit. But once you're there, just flirt with it. Play with coming back down to the mat. Maybe you drop your forehead to your shin and give your knee a kiss. Turn up a little bit of sensation by drawing your right hip forward, left hip back. And something just happened from back of left knee all the way to left sit bone. It's really nice. Good. All right. Left hand, left ankle. On an inhale, right hand comes up high. triangle, Trikomasana. Now, refinements here. So we've done these poses a bunch of times, so let's refine. Push your pelvis towards the wall that you're looking at. Bring your shoulders towards the wall that you're not looking at, the one back behind you. Lengthen your spine like you're going to take all the wrinkles out of the side of your shirt. And if you want, drop your right arm behind your back and right fingertips take a hold of left psoas muscle. Is way up high on the thigh. Use the back of your right wrist to push into kind of sacrolumbar, that low spine. Look up over your right shoulder. Woo, Oklahoma. Big breath. Exhale, right hand to the sky. Put your eyes on your right hand, and as you inhale, follow that right hand coming up, arms out wide. Left toes pivot in, feet are parallel. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Now, with these hands, fingers interlaced, try to put your palms together. Straighten your arms and bring your thumbs somewhere very personal. Now, lift your hands away from your glutes just a little bit to open your heart. On an inhale, look up, bring your breastbone up over your shoulder blades. Keep this length. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your knuckles across the room. Let the shoulders stretch. Oh, that has got to feel good after all those push-ups. No. It's just, you know, this is a little dynamic and a little challenging, but it's also sensual, sweet. You're hanging out with your lifetime partner, your body, just loving it. Your spirit lighten up. Let go of the bind. Bring your hands to the mat. Woo! Now, place your hands on the mat. Give yourself a little support there. Walk your feet about 29% closer. And even if you nail that, it's going to be a little bit off. But don't worry, we'll fine tune it. So here we go. Here's how we do this. Bend your knees so your butt comes down about the same height as your knees, right? Now, here's how we get the exact foot distance. Open your arms like wings. Bring them out of the way. Now, keep your feet wide enough where you can get your ribs down inside your inner thighs, but walk them close enough to where you squeeze your ribs with your inner thighs. And if it's all right with you, go ahead and start squeezing. Bring your biceps to your ears. Reach across the room. Make maximum distance from tailbone to fingertips. Breathe and squeeze. All right, you ready for the full pose? Here we go. Take a breath. As you exhale, bend your knees, point your toes out, bring your butt down to your heels. Elbows inside your knees, palms together at your heart. Torso, shoulders lifted up over hips. It's just a yogi squat, right? Ooh. Take a few breaths here. It feels nice. You can turn on a little bit of juice here if you want. Use the inner knees to push into your elbows. Use the elbows to push into your knees. Create a little bit of isometrics there. Let the butt sink. Let go of that. Reach your biceps to your ears. Hands up high. Interlace your fingers. Palms to the ceiling. On an inhale, put your palms on the ceiling. Drop your tailbone. Reach, reach, reach. Breathing in. Exhale. Palms to the mat. Straighten your legs. Turn your feet parallel. Drop your head low. And if it's cool, go ahead and walk your feet back out to that original distance. What was that, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet apart? Hang your head down low. Engage your belly. Engage Mula Bandha, toilet muscles. Engage. Pull your belly button towards your spine and then up towards your plexus. Woo. Reach over to the outside of your right ankle. Just going around the front of your shin, yeah? Bring your right hand. You can either put it behind the right calf or big breath, up and over, drop it behind your back. Hook your right fingertips on upper left psoas, upper left thigh. Now, this hand that's on the right hand on your left thigh, it has another function. It kind of helps keep your left thigh, your left hip from turning the corner. Kind of keeps it disciplined. Whatever bind you took, use that bind now to twist left nipple to right knee. Turn your eyes over your right shoulder. Parsva Dristi right. Neck soft, let your head hang. Big, deep breath of air. Ooh, exhale, release that bind and just hang down for a second. Ooh. Grab your hips with your hands. Come to a flat back. And on an inhale, bring your shoulders up over your hips. Arms out wide. Now it's your left foot. Turn your toes of your left foot forward. Bend your left knee. We're in Warrior Two. Good. Push your left knee forward. Reach your right hand back. Nice. Drop your shoulders from your ears. Lift your ears away from your shoulders. Drop the butt a little bit and breathe. And now the funky part. See if you can pull left knee and right hip crest away from each other. Just think about it. You're just going to separate the front of your pelvis. You're opening it down the center line, that fibrous material. Stretch it. Oh, keep your legs just like they are. Don't move nothing because they're beautiful, perfect. Rotate your heart forward. Inhale, reach up. Maybe a little back bend in Warrior, right? Exhale, put your hands on the mat. Step your left foot back to plank. You're up on right toes. Take a big breath in. All right, y'all, you got options. You can lower your knees or keep them up. I promise you, we're not doing those push-ups. Take another breath. Knees up or knees down, your choice. Lower halfway down. Chaturanga. Shoulders up beyond wrists. Elbows and biceps on your ribs. Take another breath. We're here. Keep breathing. Then it's 5. Take another breath. 3. Big breath. 1. Lower all the way down. Keep your hands where they're at. Release your feet. Inhale. Full Cobra because you are perfectly primed for it now. Feel that curve. It's way different than the first one, right? Stay here for a moment. Dig into your palms. Pull your belly button away from pubis. Roll your shoulder blades back. Feel the curve in your thoracic spine, T-spine. Vertebrae that got ribs hooked to them. Breathe. Inhale, look up. Exhale, touch chest, touch chin, push plank, down dog. Last down dog of the class. Hey, make it sweet, would you? Enjoy it. The dog loves to stretch and feel. Take a breath of air. Exhale, bring both knees to the mat right behind your wrists. Now, cross your shins deep behind you and just push back, put your butt down on the mat. Pretty cool, huh? Jedi. Now, with knees bent, feet flat, hug your knees, please. Drop your cheeks, your cheekbones. Just set them there on your kneecaps. Kind of counter all those cobras we did. Cobras and locusts. Feel what's going on along the back muscles. A little tingly, a little heat, a whole lot of sweetness, and breathe. That's enough of that. It's not a coffee break, so let's go ahead and take our left leg forward. Now, you got options here. Drop your right knee away. These are your options. You can keep the sole of your right foot on the inner left thigh. That's pretty cool. Or you want to do something a little more adventurous. We go to half hero, Ardha Varasana. Bring the inner right ankle to the outer right hip. And if you do that, go ahead and keep your sit bones even, right? Put them down, let them melt into the ground. If you're taking half hero, open your knee away like you're making a check mark with your legs, okay? Keep the toenails of your right foot down. We're not putting the inner foot down, we're putting the top of the foot down. Now, let's go ahead and give the spine a little invitation. Whether you're in the figure four or the half hero, put your left hand next to your left hip, grab the outer left thigh with your right hand, and just a subtle twist, nothing crazy. Like I said, we're just delivering a little invitation. We're creating a little room, clearing some shit out of the way so we can get groovy. Now release that, okay? Look down. Which way is your groin pointing? Point your chest the same way. Bring your left arm down inside your left calf, okay? And just kind of swiggle your ribs just inside of your left thigh. Now you can hang out here. Put your right hand on your right hip, right thigh, or mat, and just find a little twist. You want some more? Left hand. Look at the thumb. The thumb is pointing away from the foot. If the palm is down, bring that thumb up like you're Fonzie going, hey. And if you're under 30, Fonzie's an old TV star. Continue to bring your thumb. Now palm is up. It's pointing at the foot. Continue to bring your thumb. Thumb is pointing at the mat. Palm of hand is at inner left foot. Now just grab a hold of your inner left foot, all right? Any of those places you can stop at. Don't have to go further. So if you want a little more, if you've got the bind, wait, inhale, reach your right hand up to the sky. And while you're here, if you would, maybe scooch some ribs a little more inside of your left thigh. Check your right hip. Is it still settled? If you want more, inhale, open. Exhale, bring your right bicep to your right ear. You can stay there with hand on the back of your head, or grab the outside of your left foot with your right hand. There's a big, long word for this. What the heck is that? I remember. Rita Jano Shirsasana, or twisting crazy, grabbing my foot asana. Now, while you're here, just go ahead and inhale. Pull your breastbone away from your pelvis and just look up and just kind of settle into it. Not really yin, but kind of yin. You're just here for a moment. So enjoy it. Ooh. Let's roll on out of this as we come up gentle and free. Maybe do a little superhero on the way up because it's cool. And if you would, switch. We'll take our right leg out straight. A bend to the left knee. You can put your left foot inside your right thigh and just figure four it. That's cool. But remember, we can also half hero, your choice. If you do half hero, kind of a couple details. The top of your left foot is on the mat, not the inner left foot. And both sit bones are at the mat. Once you're there, open your knees. Make that check mark. Maybe adjust your foot so it stays in proper form, alignment, whatever. Check the sit bones. Now let's give it a little invitation, an introduction. Right hand on the mat next to your right hip. Left hand, grab a hold of the outer right thigh. And just a subtle twist. We're not doing the exorcist here. It's just a little flirtation. You know, we flirt with this before we go to dinner, flirt before making any big decisions, you know? All right, release that. Now take a look. Where's your groin pointing? Aim your heart in the same direction, okay? And just come on forward a little bit and take your right arm inside of your right thigh. I got the pinky side of my right hand on the mat and the thumb up like Fonzie, right? And this might be where you go. This can be your spot. It's cool. Push into your left hand and just play around with putting ribs inside of your right thigh. A little wiggle and swiggle. Just, again, flirt. But if you want more, rotate your right thumb over. It's pointing at the inner right foot. Roll. You can stop there. Maybe hook it around your big toe. If you want more, rotate it some more. Thumb down, right palm at inner right foot. And if you're there, heck, you might as well go ahead and grab a hold of it, right? Maybe you find your right shoulder coming inside of your right knee. If that's the case, cool. Don't be too excited about it. It's all just a matter of, it's not so much about, like, I can do this better, I can do this worse. It's just I can do this how I do it, and I can feel it. Now, if you want to stay here, do so. If you want more, just reach your left hand up. You can exhale, drop your left bicep to your left ear. You can set that left hand behind your head, just cup the back of your skull. Or you can grab the outside of your right foot with your left hand. And then just rotate your eyes to the sky. Maybe bring a little more rib inside the right thigh. And find some length. Now, a lot of times you hear yoga teachers, we talk about opening space in the asana. And yeah, we're doing that. We're opening space and dwelling in it. But there's a yin and a yang. There's a flip side to that. We're closing other spaces. One side's extending, other side is closing. What happens to a water hose when you kink it? The water pressure builds up behind it. The body has got a kink in it right now. Prana building up behind it. Energy, it's sweet. Oh, and that's why when you release out, it just washes. It's nice. Oh, release. Now feel that wash. Oh, we just kind of come out slow. In yin, it's called a rebound. And, right there, I felt it just zoom right down the sole of my foot. Man, that's like the force within. It's so cool. Enjoy that stuff. That's where we develop like awareness of our energetic, our subtle body. Don't discount that. That's where the magic of this stuff is at, man. Now come on out. Bring your legs together. And just come on down to your spine, right? Now, it ain't over yet. We got a little bit more. I mean, how much love am I showing if we don't address the core directly, right? Put your soles of your feet on the ceiling. Straighten your legs so your back is on the mat. The soles of your feet are on the ceiling, okay? Arms down your side. Point your palms at each other, kind of like you're holding a beach ball out there on the far end of the butt. Now, lift your hands with straight arms. Bring them up about 1 foot. If you're from outside of the United States, that's 30 centimeters. Hands 30 centimeters off the mat. Arms straight. Now, lift your head and shoulders up. Same thing, 1 foot, 30 centimeters. Drop your right heel. Same thing, 1 foot, 30 centimeters. Both legs straight. Look at your belly button. And now this, it probably ain't going to actually make it there, but try to put your head on your left knee and hold here and breathe. Keep your head and shoulders lifted. Bring right leg up, both legs straight now. Keep lifting, lower your left heel, 1 foot, 12 inches, 30 centimeters off the mat. Straighten your legs and try to put your head on your right knee while you look at your belly button. Navel gazing. And please breathe. Bring both feet up. Now reach your fingers past your toes. Don't grab them. Lift. And if you can reach past your toes, don't be too excited about it. It doesn't mean nothing. It just means you got short legs. Come on, I got jokes. Big breath. Exhale. Shoulders and head to the mat. Hug your knees, please, and breathe. Woo! We almost there, my friends. We almost there. Straighten your left leg. Hug your right knee. Now, use your left hand, grab the outside of your right knee. Open your right arm off to the side like a wing, or bend your elbow like a cactus arm. Take a breath, and on an exhale, turn your eyes down the right. Bring your right knee over to the left and twist. Oh, yeah, that looks like it feels great. And while you're here, this pose has its best friend. It's long, complete exhales that all the air out and just roll into this. And, if you would, kind of try to keep right shoulder down and just be nice to yourself about it. Remember sacred partner, the body. You're going to spend a lifetime with this thing. So, be cool with it, right? Breathe. And come back center, hug your knees. We switch. Straighten your right leg, set it on the mat, hug left knee in. Right hand holds outside of left knee, left arm opens like wing or cactus arm, your choice. Take a breath. And as you exhale, just turn your gaze left, pull your left knee over to the right and twist. Long, sweet, luxurious breaths. Indulge in the goodness of this. Just bathe in it. Notice the subtleties, not so much the feeling of the muscle, but the stuff rushing through the muscle, the nadis, the pathways of your energy. That's a real deal thing. Feel it and love it. Come back center. Hug your knees in tight. If you can bring your cheekbones to your knees, do so. Now, begin to engage everything you can conceive of. Toe muscles, shin muscles, calf muscles, thighs, toilet muscles, belly muscles, eyelid muscles. Pull your ears to your skull. Everything engaged. Inhale and exhale. Extend everything out to Shavasana. Melt into it. I encourage you to remain exactly as you are right now for a while, 15, 20 minutes or longer or shorter. It's up to you. Spend some time right here, letting everything you just did, your soul, your body, working together, loving together, let it synthesize. Place your mind on something of gratitude and your heart on love. May all sentient beings everywhere, may they all be happy and free. I give you my love, my gratitude. Thank you for hanging out with me.